Can you hear me right now, G?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, let's see. What's my problem here? I can't hear you very well. All right. Talk to me again.
The red dog jumped over the red fence.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Why would you say that?
That's one of them defaults when you type on the computer. Type shit. I was like, ain't no dogs jumping over no damn red fence. They came colorblind to that color. Oh no. Cat colorblind to that color. Maybe the red cat jumped over the red fence. I don't know.
The motherfuckers are red only in Japan. Only in China. How you been, man? How are things going with the baby?
Man, it's been very, very not draining yet, but it's getting there. So I'm trying to find a way around it. But so far so good. I had to eliminate a lot of stuff, man, out of my life so I can just stay.
Bro, I haven't had a kid yet, but I do know this. There is no way around having to be there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll have to be you and the wife, but
my young baby, I still got 2 other kids. So,
oh wow.
I have 3 kids, bro.
Man, you're lucky, bro. I can't wait to have kids, man.
Man.
I cannot wait to have kids, man. I'm 47 years old and I don't have any children. I've had one scare, and I'm not sure if it's mine to this day because she gave it up for adoption.
Oh man, see,
bro,
that's your baby.
I talked to her recently, and she told me he wasn't mine. I'm saying he's like in his 20s now, between 18 and 20. She told me he wasn't mine, but you never know if them girls be lying or not.
Right, you gotta put the motherfucker through the test.
Right. So it's like I gotta wait for him either or her to get back to me or whatever, because I don't like playing games. That's like an emotional game that I've been going through for 20 years.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
but, yeah, man, and I want kids so bad, man, but this stability issue, man, has been breaking me, man.
You telling? I'm trying to move to another state, get things going, and there's all type of discrepancies.
Well, I tell you right now, there is a change in the economy, bro. And in my mind, in my theory of excellence, the reason why we have gone through what we've gone through with this epidemic is due to that change. Now, my understanding is with the change in the economy, there are going to be a lot of millionaires made.
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's why I've been getting back into reading the books. My lady just recently gave me for Father's Day yesterday 50 Cent's book called Hustle Hard, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smart.
Yeah.
Which is like his version of the 48 Laws of Power. And then I'm finna order the 48 Laws of Power. And I'm finna start. I'm almost done with paying off my debt. I got like $4,000 more. It's been like 15 years, man, from $24,000, man. I got it down to 4.
Is it school loans?
No, it was not school loan. It was just some bad investments, uneducated cars and shit like that. Dumb shit.
Yeah, man, I got the same issue. Mine is school loans though, and then I got a $10,000 problem too now with the car. But I tell you right now, on some real ass shit, man, I will not have to worry about money anymore, man.
Oh yeah, same here, man. Same here.
I know for a fact with the investments that I've made, not just crypto, you look into the future, do your research, find out stability of the company, so on and so forth. I also got stake in 6 other companies, plus I'm about to buy stake in some other companies.
Yeah, I'm rebuilding my my dividend portfolio. I had talked to a few of my friends. We was looking at some other portfolios. Like one of my homies, he has a dividend portfolio. He invested like almost 60,000, and
Oh, wow.
his dividend portfolio pays him like almost nearly 300 a month. So you can
Man,
only picture how much he gets a year, and then he just keeps reinvesting that money to buy more stocks, buy more stocks.
is that
And
right?
yeah, right now I have a $500 portfolio that I'm working with, but I'm trying to get to 1,000 as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, I'm trying to move, man. I'm moving to Arizona, man. It's either going to be next year or the year after that, but we're trying to make it next year, sometime next year. But
Hmm.
right now, oh
What
my
made
lady.
you decide Arizona?
Uh, for me, um, it makes sense for me because new scenery. First, it's several reasons. First reason is new scenery and a way to make.
Well, I can guarantee you this, bro. I know it seems short right now. It seems like it's really hard to get by. But if you invest in the right things, I know I sent you a portion of my investments in crypto.
Yes, I was gonna take a look at that today while I was at work, because I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, oh, I got to make some time for shit. But I definitely set some time, at least 3-4 hours to take a look at it, all the other stuff that's been presented to me. Because right now I'm doing, uh, roast box stuff, and then I'm also trying to get into this actors guild, but they got me doing some shit like I'm trying to join a fraternity. I mean, it is a fraternity, but yeah, I'm over here
What
doing
is the
shit.
fraternity?
It's like it's like if you go to college and you join like the what is that? The sororities or the fraternities, some shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
My grandfather was Omega Psi, man.
yeah.
And
So it's something.
Omega Psi was the first quote unquote black fraternity.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was a founding member at Prairie View in the South.
So, well, I was
So
about to say,
they are. I mean, that's what they did back then. And me growing up, I didn't have that as a history. I didn't even understand that. I didn't even know that until I got over 30 years old.
oh
I
man,
think even over 40. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to college, that wasn't even a thought. You know
right.
what I mean? But I still have when I think of it, my energy still turns to it. You know what I'm saying? It's still a part of my thought process, man.
That's what happens.
Yeah, man. It's crazy the way it feels, man, just to think of it. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
plus you go back and you see the greatest athletes of all time. Some of the greatest athletes of all time were actually Omega.
Hell yeah.
You know? So it was like, man. And then, I come across a lot of Omega Psi, and man, the young dude that's in Rosebox right now, his name is Mookie.
Oh, okay.
He's in college, and he's Omega.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah. So I mean, I told him that my thought process leads me to want him to be a leader, and I want him to study to become a CEO.
Right.
And I gave him information as to how to graduate with more than one degree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know how literal and how he took that information. You know what I mean? Especially during the epidemic. It's like, kids don't like to listen
No, they don't.
to begin with. But, really simplistically, to get 2 degrees, it doesn't take much as long as they're around the same excellence. If you want business degrees, you can get 2 or 3 business degrees because they follow the same channel. You only end up having to go to school another year to get those other 2 degrees.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and most people don't even understand that until they get out of college.
Right.
So it's like, you know, when I try to let him know about that, he didn't really say nothing back. And so I don't know for a fact that he has an understanding for what I'm saying and why. But the reality of the situation is at his age, we can make his as a top business person, man. He could be a top executive.
Right. And then with the fact that he's in a fraternity, you know, there's the perks of that. So
Yeah. So I mean that is, as a young man, bro, you could be a CEO by the time you're 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, why wouldn't you take that option? You know what I mean? But literally, let's go ahead.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, they finally gave me the picture to make the flyer for the roast for Saturday, this Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. I mean, is that what they decided?
Yeah, I gave them a choice. I said, hey man, you know, I talked to I said if y'all still down, y'all ready to do it, and they was like, yeah. I said, is this Saturday it's good for y'all, 9 p.m. And they both said, yeah. I said, all right, I'm gonna need some focus, and then we get this thing started.
Make sure that they're sure about Saturday and get me those pictures ASAP, man, because I got to do their work. I still got to do their work, man.
Got them right now. I'm gonna make sure they one more time. This conference call. Yep. So.
All right. So just so you know, bro, I put this together in the color fuchsia, not because of no funny stuff, but because the actual logo for Bytecoin was fuchsia. On top of it, you know, Mr. Uncle Rush or Mr. Russell Simmons, actually, I don't know if it's his favorite color or something, or if it's a calm color for him, but he wears fuchsia.
Yeah, fuchsia is a calm color, bro.
Okay, so I don't know, but you know, more people, we're all guys and stuff like that, man. I don't play that dumbass shit. So I introduce you to Lou 1010. I've been trying to do that through the page itself, introduce you to Lou 1010. That was something that I created before the negative incidents. I did send you a video about Lou 1010 and how the actual logo was made, how I thought of it. I just sent you that the other day. Lou 1010 is a entertainment company, so it's Lou 1010 Entertainment. I call it Lou 1010 Entertainment, and Heesh Worldwide Publishing, advertising company, and of course Roastbox, our production company.
Right.
It all leads to the umbrella company. Actually, the umbrella will be the entertainment company, but the investment company will be Boss Lion Entity.
Okay.
Okay, you'll hear me introducing myself as Boss Lion Entity over and over again.
Gotcha.
Okay. So again, it'll be Roastbox as a production. Then you'll have Heesh Publishing, which is advertising. Your Lou 1010 Entertainment, which is the umbrella, and then advertising. Our financial company will be Boss Lion Entity. Gotcha. And we'll get more into Boss Lion Entity when I start discovering people who are willing to invest. This is about Roastbox Live mainly. However, it also is our introduction to paying our people who are involved with Roastbox. Gotcha. So anybody who is an administrator, anybody who is a moderator will be compensated for their work, for their time and effort. And remember, I don't know if you remember, but in August last year, man, we're early. We're early. August last year, I made a promise to keep my word. I said, man, in a year, 12 months, I'm going to start paying people. Make sure that I start paying people. And lo and behold, I came across Bytecoin, and I discovered Bytecoin. I went and did research about Bytecoin, and my research was verified just last night, or actually just yesterday morning. You went into the sites. I went into the sites, and I was like, you know, Bytecoin, this, that, the other thing. You start clicking on links and stuff like that, and it really detours you. Start checking out the names of the individuals that are on the site, and there's an extreme deterrent. However, doing more research, I ran into some research that said that they will not count this out, Bytecoin out, as a scheme. It's an actual coin that's being developed. Two, the technology that's used to develop Bytecoin is also being used in other projects. And so I'll let you know what that is as we go along. But the thing that confirms Bytecoin is that it's listed as one of the top 10 in Forbes magazine. Top 10 in Forbes magazine, top 25 in Forbes magazine. There's 2 articles about Bytecoin. So, you know, they don't just print anything. Forbes. Right. Forbes is supposed to be for the millionaire mind. So here we are with the presentation. Let's get the presentation started. I don't know who's going to end up showing up, and I don't really expect anybody to. I expected it just to be us this time, but I'm going to start doing this weekly. Again, if you looked at the video, it's starting from the very beginning. This is our Roastbox Live and Bytecoin social media promotion. Okay. Comprehension granted within Figment. Time, our most heavenly and least tangible entity, however non-existent, is the foundation of your dreams. And this is one of the comprehension granted within that I own. When I looked at this one day, man, it made me have a whole new respect for time. I think time, which is actually intangible, is the only thing that is, and it's intangible, and it's still only a theory, is, always has been, and always will be. You know, so I had a great new perspective thinking about that one day. Now, why Bytecoin? Bitcoin started at the same price. Bitcoin started at 0.0000001 before it hit the market. Same thing that Bytecoin is going through right now. It started at a certain price. However, Bytecoin has not been introduced to the market. It's out for trade. So with that said, you won't find too many places where you can actually spend Bytecoin right now. You won't find places like that until it comes out on the market. However, believe that it's coming.
Right.
Bitcoin made strides to 2,000 plus, which was outstanding. It's an outstanding amount, $20,000 USD. They were not expecting that Bitcoin was going to make it that far, that fast. However, it did. I was told about Bitcoin in 2017, 2018. I was speaking to my cousin and he told me about Bitcoin. I had never heard of it, but when he told me about it, he said he invested $600, which was back in here, and it grew to $20,000 so quick. And he said, he didn't know. He actually offered me $5,000 worth of his Bitcoin, man.
Wow.
I told him no. I told him to keep it. I told him to invest it in hemp because he's going to school for agriculture.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so I don't know what he did with it. I think he probably got scared and might have withdrawn, but I'm pretty sure also that he is reinvested in cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at when you start doing your research, bruh, look here. Okay, this is 2018. Keep in mind, this is when Obama started his administration. This came out when Obama started his administration. Okay, Obama left, I think, 2016, right? Trump started 2017, right?
Right.
Bam, 2018, it was an explosion.
Yep.
Okay, and then it slowly worked its way back down. I think its low point was like 3,000, and then it's been fluctuating ever since. But now it's at about 9,000, which is an excellent point for Bitcoin itself. Even at the same time, the reason I bring that up is a lot of currency was released at the same time. So some was 2012. This Bytecoin was released in 2012, my understanding. And if you look again, same thing. It was real flat for a long period of time. And then bam, that explosion. Now, Bytecoin only got to a top of 3 cents. Okay? 3 cents Bytecoin got to. Okay? And that's not anything. But you see, its fluctuation was a little bit different. Then it went straight down. Now, if you check other currencies, you'll find that there are several of them, not all of them, but several of them that follow that same path. They are just about the exact same if you spread them out, and over the period of time, you'll find that they reach that peak at the same time. Okay? And then if you follow them and you magnify it, they're doing the exact same thing as Bitcoin. Okay, so really, all people are really waiting to do for Bytecoin is hear about it, man. Literally.
How much is it going for right now?
It's really cheap, bro. It's so cheap, I don't even want to tell you.
I feel you.
It's less than a penny, man.
Yeah.
I think we're at 0.0002.
Because I was looking at some other stuff too, and when I saw that Bytecoin, I said, "Where the hell did I heard that from?" Which I'm glad that we're having this talk today. So yeah.
Yeah, Bytecoin. There's a difference now. You know the difference. There's Bytecoin and there's Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is the one that's worth. They say it's better than gold.
Because I used to invest in what is that? Yoda coin. I used to invest in that.
What was that?
Yoda. There's so many coins out there, man. You got Bitcoin Gold. That's starting off. That's for the start off. Then you got Yoda coin. Then you got Litecoin. There's all types. It's like over 10 of them, man. There's a lot of them.
There's 2,000. There's 2,600 cryptocurrency.
Well, there you have it.
And the difference is crypto. There's coins and there's right now at any rate there's coins and there's tokens.
Yeah, because I got friends. It was funny as hell. I guess they was making a bet. I think they was playing 2K, And he was like, "Hey, the loser." He was like, "Man, give me $1,000." I guess they was betting $1,000. Then the guy was like, "I'll give you $1,000 in Bitcoin." He was like, "All right." They traded Bitcoin. It was funny as hell.
No, dude must have invested in Bitcoin a long time ago.
Oh yeah, they did. They because it was a time where Bitcoin reached up to 36,000. It didn't stay very long, but it started decreasing. And
You say 36,000?
yeah, it was a time it went up to 36,000. I think it lasted for like 2-3 days or some shit like that. And then if you missed it, you missed it.
Oh,
But
that must have been at its point. That's when it reaches its it's 2,000 when it or 20,000 when it reaches 20,000. There is a what do you call it? A margin.
yeah, and I remember when I had a friend that told me about Bitcoin when it was coming out. She was talking to it just like how you talking to me about the Bytecoin, and like, you need to get into it. I'm telling you, you need to get into it. It's like $200 right now. You need to get into it. It's gonna explode. And I didn't believe her. I thought she was trying to pyramid scheme some shit, and then
Right.
show. Well, because she was involved in a few of them, so I just thought this was some other shit. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden that motherfucker just kept going up, and then it went from 200 to like 2,000. I was like, oh shit!
What was it?
It was the Bitcoin.
Oh,
It
it
was
was
the Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, she
Oh,
kept.
wow.
Yeah, what she was telling about, but I thought she was on some scamming shit because that's what she was like known for and stuff. But
Right.
no, I ain't knew nothing about investing. Like,
This is what I need you to know when it comes to that type of thing right now with this.
yeah,
This logo. You see the way that this logo is made?
yeah,
There ain't no way on the face of the earth anybody is going to take this amount of time to create a logo like this for a scam.
right.
Okay, I mean there is no way. And then when you go into their websites, I look for margin issues, and I look for because when they're a scam, there is an automatic margin problem and spelling error problem.
Okay.
Okay. And you'll find that type of stuff in those scams every time. Okay. So that's what I mean. I went in there, and the thing that scared the shit out of me, man, was that there was a luxury hotel, a luxury traveling agency.
Mhm.
And when I looked through it, man, it was taking a long time at first for it to load. But when it finally loaded, I could see that it was a real agency. And those are the agencies, those when you find those agencies sometimes, those are the ones that'll scam you. Those are the ones that'll scam you out of some money. Is those
Right.
travel agencies. So that's what I feared. But I got past that when it loaded and I was able to take a look and go through. I didn't make any phone calls. However, I found videos where they had made calls, and still up to that point, it was like, man, you know what? They couldn't disprove this as going to be a currency. The way that I look at it is this one's going to go through the same scrutiny that Bitcoin did. Bitcoin had scrutiny, and it's having the same issues coming out as Bitcoin did. However, it is supposed to be better than Bitcoin. Okay. And so with that said, being better than Bitcoin intellectually makes it worth more. Now, for Bitcoin, I found that the highest, I have actually found predictions to $1 million for Bitcoin. Okay.
Oh,
It seems far-fetched. But the reality is this is what I see. Okay. And I need you to follow me on this one.
okay.
Bitcoin is made with what is called they call it blockchain technology. Okay, it's a collection of information. All right. The thing about something like blockchain technology is this: you can't go too far into the future without, although possibly being rid of paper, not having to keep some type of ledger, some type of security, some type of written security. And so you can go as far into the next millennium for certain and know that we're going to need to be able to continuously keep notes. And so blockchain technology really does offer that as a possibility, as well as the technology that is being used for Bitcoin or for Bytecoin, and that's called crypto node, which is different. The reason that crypto node is different is that it enables a whole different type of security. As a multi-millionaire, nobody can trace my transaction. Okay, I have record of my transaction. The person that made the transaction with me or people have record of the transaction, but so nobody can get inside of a technology and follow it to me. Whereas differently, blockchain actually enables the ability to find someone. With that said, I can go into a blockchain site and I can enter your code, your information. There's a long key. I enter that key, I can find out information about you. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So that's the difference between the two. What Bitcoin was really meant to do, Bytecoin is actually doing. Okay. You got another difference. It's speed, right?
Right.
Speed for blockchain, blockchain is really slow, man. My understanding is it could take up to 3 days, maybe 4 days for a $20 million transaction Bitcoin. Whereas it only takes a few seconds with Bytecoin. You see, so there's an extreme difference in speed. And when it comes to business, what we want is speed. Okay. What we wanted to do is we wanted to verify the transaction. We want to verify that it's a real transaction, and we wanted to hit our account and we want to go, right? It only takes as long as it took for me to say that to do the transaction with Bytecoin, whereas with Bitcoin, we'd be sleeping. We have at least two sets of days of sleep before we finally get our cash, before we finally get our currency. Okay. Also, decentralization, cryptocurrency. It's all supposed to be, crypto is supposed to be decentralized. What that means, it's not being ran by a bank, it's ran by the transaction holders. However, Bytecoin is what is it? It's blockchain. Blockchain is actually being taken over, and it's being taken over by the banks. Crypto node isn't. When you do further research, you'll find XRP to be the United States, it'll be our new currency. If not, it'll be the currency that they use to adapt to digital currency, XRP. And when you do research on YouTube, especially, you'll find that's all they're talking about right now is XRP. They're waiting for XRP to explode. But it uses blockchain, is the point. It uses blockchain. So due to that fact, you're not going to have private transactions with XRP. Your private transactions come with crypto node. And that's in Bytecoin. Again, also there's other technologies that are using crypto node. Your Bytecoin payments are untraceable. You can't find it. The addresses, it's not linkable. Something Bitcoin did try to accomplish, however, could not with blockchain. So our promotion strategy that's going to be coming up here. We're going to use 10,000 Bytecoin to promote and gain customers to pay for and watch Roastbox Live. Okay, so gain customers to pay for. So what I'm saying by that is I plan to charge our customers $1 to watch Roastbox Live. Also, I'm thinking of a strategy to have subscriptions. So with that said, it will be $1 a month either to watch Roastbox Live or to watch any copyrighted events, or you pay $1 per. And with the promotion, each person that pays $1 will also receive a Bytecoin. Then I'll use 5,000 Bytecoin to compensate each volunteer intern up to 2 years of work and up to 50 volunteers. So we want to try to get as many volunteers as possible. I've calculated the time, so regarding time, we don't have too much to worry about because it's a really short period of time. It's a per day, but you can accumulate it however you would like weekly. The promotion strategy breakdown: 5,000 Bytecoin dedicated to payment for work. We'll seek volunteer interns for up to 2 years at a current prediction. The current prediction at $20,000 Bitcoins high. Okay, each person, when Bytecoin actually makes it to Bitcoin's high, could be a millionaire times 2. Okay, with that said, 2 years of work, $2 million. All you got to do is keep all of your Bytecoin.
Right.
Okay. I have a platform that we're going to be using to distribute the Bytecoin and everything. And for you, for showing up, I'm gonna give you that platform, and I'm gonna send you 10 Bytecoin to store. Okay.
Okay. So I was looking on my coin. I just got through creating a Coinbase account. I thought I had one, but I didn't. So I already just created that.
Truth. I don't like Coinbase, man. I do not like Coinbase.
Because right now I'm doing. Because right now, I'm messing with Robinhood. That's been going pretty well. I thought I had a Coinbase. I guess I didn't.
Coinbase is, if you do your research, it shows that they're like number 3, number 2. But I don't like Coinbase. First of all, I'm paying too much for a transaction. I pay $1.99 every time I purchase.
Right.
Okay. That's not necessary. Also, I pay a fee when I transfer. That's not necessary. Plus, when I transfer externally, I pay a fee. That's not necessary. So it turns out it's as if they're holding this currency and they're not being paid from the interest of holding the currency or from the currency rising. They're actually taking a large sum out of your money and investing it probably into Bitcoin.
Gotcha.
Right now. So I mean, and then plus they lure you in with this test. They lure you in with this educational thing, and then when you watch it, they don't even give you the money. They don't even give you the Bitcoin that they promise, or the currency. They don't give you the currency. I complained about this yesterday, and I'm waiting for them to get back to me about it. So let's go further. 10,000 Bytecoin dedicated to Roastbox Live participants, Roastbox Live champions, and fans who pay the access fee. The current prediction possible. You see how much money I'm giving up, man?
Yeah.
Just for a promotion. I mean, right now it's a small hit to my pocket, but a business person is able to see the future, man. This is why they're able to make so much money, because they come up with a strategy that everybody wants and everybody needs. You can come up with that strategy to provide what everybody needs, you're ahead of the rest. You come up with something that has intellectual worth, right? Well, that's what this has, intellectual worth. And the amount that I am actually giving to build this company is astronomical, man. I don't think that there's any company that used this amount of capital to build. But this is a chance for everybody that participates to actually have a nice size stake in reality when this thing starts hitting its high points.
Right.
You see? So, you know, when it hits 100, you know, that'll make people happy. You know, oh, I got 50 of these. You know what I'm saying? That's $5,000. I didn't do nothing barely. You know, when it hits 1,000, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? I got 50 of these. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, as you think about it, have an understanding that, you know, it's long term.
Exactly.
And yeah, it could take, man, 100% honest. It could literally take 20 years, but have an understanding that if it did take 20 years, inflation doesn't go up that high. Inflation will never go up so high where something that's worth $2 million is not going to still be worth close to $2 million.
Right.
Okay? I mean, literally, it's not going to go, you know, $2 million is only worth, you know, $10 now. You know, that'll take forever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, volunteer intern administrators, person responsible, administrator is a person that's responsible for running a business, an organization, etc. A person who performs official duties in some sphere, especially dealing out punishment or giving a religious sacrament. In regard to this, of course, you'll be in Rosebox as a sphere, and you'll be dealing with the administrative duties. As a moderator, we'll be looking at, they'll be getting paid the same amount. It'll just have separate duties. Moderators keep things rolling. They're responsible for proper limits. Not extreme or excessive or intense, but if you think of a relation, it would be like it moderates price. It's the same thing that bots do with investments. The objective for an administrator. Administrator's objective is to memorize or administer administrative duties and enforce rules. Also, create a role as Rosebox management and or Lieutenant Executive Officer. Okay, so you keep that in mind. Also, you'll receive a copy of this. Keep in mind that this is not a for-hire position. As a volunteer intern, you will not be considered an employee, nor a contractor, nor subcontractor of Boss Line Entity, Lieutenant Entertainment, Peach, WWP, nor Rosebox. This is the responsibilities of our administrators. Your payout will be for 10 hours. Okay. It'll be a total of 1.5 hours per day. I do not expect that everybody or anybody will be able to do 10 hours, and I don't limit the fact that you might do more hours. But you'll keep a form of the amount of work that you do, and you'll submit it in a certain period of time. So I believe it's 6 hours that I have it. Must perform complete your work in minimum 1 hour increments. So when you come in, you're going to do some work, you fill out a work form, a statement of work, fill that out. You say, hey, and submit it to your cloud, in that cloud folder that I gave you. Compensation, 1 Bytecoin per 10 hours, and you can't get any more than that.
Right.
I was thinking of doing 10s and 15s, but man, I would be a damn fool.
Right. No.
Our projected value is 10,000 to 20,000 USD. You must fill out and turn in a statement of work within 6 hours of your completed work. I only expect that you work 1 hour and then take a half hour to fill out your form, say exactly what you did, and then turn it in. Okay, I'm able to check against what it is that you said that you did. Let me see now. The administrator will choose and perform management responsibilities. Administrator will receive a OneDrive folder, access to admin folder, as well as a personal folder and password. Must sign an agreement and follow through with the agreement in order to receive compensation. This is responsibilities continued. You, as an administrator, will learn to use Roastbox page and group by video and experience. So I have videos posted as to how to use Roastbox as an administrator moderator. Also, invite or build personal friends lists and invite friends to Roastbox. You'll be responsible for making sure that their accounts are real and the people are not threatening. Administrative work or administrate work within Roastbox and within social media platforms. Okay, so I'll have you sharing with your personal accounts as well as your other social media accounts. You'll share commercial marketing videos, copy within your personal folders or your personal accounts, I should say. When I say copy, I mean commercials. So if I post a flyer or something, you'll be responsible for making sure that you share that and document that as well. Groups and pages and other social media platforms. You have groups, comedic groups that you're in, acting groups that you're in, so on and so forth. You'll share in those groups as well. If not, you'll become a part of some and you'll share in those. This will help us with growth. Growth. I'm sorry. Submit related written ideas and complaints. So if you have any ideas, if you have any complaints about Roastbox particularly, just send those. We have all copyrights are reserved regarding Roastbox. So if somebody comes up with an idea or strategy through Roastbox, we are those who own those ideas, and you submit them to us. Participate in keeping Roastbox active by posts and comments. That's our thing that we've had a problem with the most is keeping Roastbox active, man. For one reason or another, this is what I know. I'll be working 12-hour shifts, man. I'll be working 12-hour shifts, and I'll still put in 5 hours into Roastbox on a day. So this is what I know for a fact. And with that said, I expect, at least 10 hours in a week's time. I would appreciate, I'm sorry, I don't expect, I would appreciate at least 10 hours in a week's time. So then you'll commit to meetings once per week, and you'll be responsible for either being at the meeting or watching the meeting and passing the quiz that comes along with it. So this particular time, there won't be a quiz. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you a copy of this. Every time after this, there will be a quiz, and it's an electronic quiz. You'll be able to take the quiz. The quiz, after you're done with the quiz, it'll come right to me. The information will come right to me as to how well you did. And if you didn't pass the quiz, you'll do it again. And they'll have a copy of whatever that particular meeting was about, and they'll go on their way, and they'll be paid for taking the time not only to review the video, but also to pass the quiz. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll have an up to when it comes to the quiz, because that type of stuff, it shouldn't take over a certain amount of time. Volunteer intern administrators responsibilities continued. So you'll choose a duty. You've chosen to learn hosting so far for head to head. Others will provide content. We need podcast presentations. We need other graphic design artists. We need video production artists, editors, video posts, skit writing, as well as creating and running new pages on Facebook. With that said, we want to create within different market segments that are related to entertainment. And within those market segments, we'll also be able to advertise. So Sean, one of the people that is on punishment right now, I don't know if he's going to end up coming back or not, but Sean chose, what is it, FMA fighting.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so that's one that I think it's boxing and FMA. So he'll combine the two, and he'll create that group, that page, and expand into that market. And I'll help him do that with whatever he needs, graphics, whatever he needs. I'll do the work for that. And then, of course, anybody who uses our brands. You have a couple of brands that you can use, Roastbox, or with the Roast Monster, or Shorties, the Shorties logo. Either of those, if you use the brand, you get paid for that too. Okay. Also, when you add our brand to your flyer, and you're passing out a flyer to your in your comedy shows and stuff like that, you get paid for that.
Yeah, because I was sure going to mention for that, because Phase 4 is going to start happening for Chicago pretty soon, which means I'm going to start talking with some comedy clubs and see if I can throw some I guess you'd call it emergency relief type shows. And
Yes.
I have one comedy club on board, and I'm trying to get 2 more, and then I'm just going to start the booking process and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun.
I wanna warn you regarding going out there early, man, because I'm scared. Okay, DL Hughley just went out to do a show the other day, I think 3 days ago, and he fainted on stage. It turns out he had the coronavirus. Now, obviously didn't take too long for him to get the virus and for it to start taking over, because he passed out on the day of the show. Okay?
Yeah.
They are going out there, man, and it is not. It's taking over, and I just want to make sure that you are aware that happened, and that you're careful when you go out there, man. First of all, I can't afford to pay for your funeral.
No, I feel you. No, I got life insurance. It's cool. But no, I ain't talking about like throwing them now. But we're talking about something like towards October. So,
right. Yeah, be careful when you go out.
Now, no, hell no.
All right. So, and then at the same time, in your area, it'll be good if you can start a production company. And you know, with that said, it's just a matter of whatever videos you're producing with whomever, branding it with Roastbox. You know,
Yeah.
branding it with Shorties. Roastbox presents Shorties. Really, that having that as something to look at when you reach your perfection will go a long way. Okay, moderators. So moderators, administrators' duties are to enforce rules and learn to become an administrator. Their duties will be to learn admin moderator rules and administer them. Post 5 comments per day anywhere in Roastbox. The 5 comments per day thing, man, seems a little bit much, but I need you guys to keep in mind that you can always go back to former weeks in order to post. Now, if I want to do a comment, if I want to train my mind to ad lib, because that's exactly what this is about, I could go back as far as I'd like to, you know what I'm saying, to add a comment. You know, so keep that in mind when it comes to the comments and stuff like that. 5 comments a day is not a lot. 5 comments in a day is not a lot. And at the same time, I know I don't do that every day. But you will find that I was at least 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I was posting every day, which is also included. Post content. And then when something's posted, I go right in there and start putting comments. And that's what I need because of a couple of things. I don't want to create generic statistics, but what I want to do is motivate. And with that said, as long as people are posting within, it will motivate others to do so. If they post something funny, it'll motivate them. If you post a question, so it could be a serious question. Who do you think is the best actor in a specific movie? You know what I'm saying? It gets a lot of attention. And with that said, that is what's going to draw our people who are interested in investing. Knowing that that content is there, knowing that the numbers are where they're at and they can reach a high plateau will bring us to that level of ability to be able to promote so that we are able to receive things like gifts so that we can give out gifts for Roastbox Live and other contests. You know, we'll be able to receive donations or you know, people that contribute to being a part of the company so that the company continues to grow. Share marketing content in Facebook and within other social media platforms. Again, you know, there are, let's see, again, this is not a for hire position. As a volunteer intern, you will not be considered an employee, nor a contractor, nor subcontractor of Boss Line Entity, Lieutenant Entertainment, Ish, WWP, nor Roastbox. None of these are registered. None of these names are registered yet, and therefore I cannot hire anybody. I will not register until we create an economy. Once we create an economy, and this is our way of doing so with Bytecoin, that is when we will begin to start paying people and adding them as employees. Again, for Bytecoin research, these are the 3 websites. You can also check YouTube just by entering either of the names, Bytecoin, Bitcoin, and it will give you information, crypto note, it will give you information regarding what it is that we have here. Now, this is the end of the presentation. I am going to send you a couple of things within the week. You'll receive an agreement. You will need to sign that agreement. You will need to, my understanding is you want to try out host. That's fine. We'll have that as a part of the agreement. There is, I don't say that you have to do 10 hours a week, But in order for you to receive a Bytecoin, 1 Bytecoin, you will need to have 10 hours of service completed.
That's fine.